I find it so ironic that you're literally one that's pushing back on the weaponization of government when the very same people that were coming after us, went after your brother, like hounds. I mean, they did everything they could to destroy his governorship. They did everything they could to destroy his life. They did everything they could to destroy you. I sat in that same seat. The only difference is my last name wasn't Cuomo. My last name was Trump. They were trying to destroy my father. And by doing that, they were trying to destroy me, and they were trying to destroy the Trump organization. They were trying to take all our assets and strip our name off of every building in New York City. You've been on the receiving end of the very same people that I've been on the receiving end of. And so to play coy with me as if this isn't happening in the United States of America just seems ironic and foolish given what you've been through more so than anybody.
Hold on a second. What did you just say that you think I'm doing? I'm asking you questions about whether or not, if something is wrong, it is also wrong to do the same thing when you get back in power, which certainly happened the first time the administration came in. You went right after Biden. And I don't mean you weren't part of the administration. I'll get to you in a second in terms of what's going on right now. But if you think I'm playing coy, you don't know me as well as you should.
Chris,
I'm not playing coy. I know what happened to me,
Chris,
Eric.
I'm
saying that
and it was
what is
horrible
happening
what
now looks like what was done to you. That's why I'm asking the question.
Did we raid Biden's home? Did we try and bankrupt Biden? Did they come after us? Did we weaponize every AG and DA, against Biden? Did we do that against Hunter Biden, who had a laptop from hell, pictures of cocaine, illicit drug use, prostitution? Did we do that? Did we make up a dirty dossier about Biden? Did they try and destroy Biden's marriage? Was any of that true? I mean, did we make up stories that Biden had secret servers in the basement of his home communicating with the Kremlin in Russia? Did we strip Biden off the ballot of multiple states? Did we take Biden off of Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and try and silence his voice so he couldn't communicate? Did we put Biden in a courtroom every single day? 91 felony counts that have all been overturned for my father now, right? For nonsense, to try and keep him off of a campaign trail and to try and destroy his life. Did we do any of that?
Yo, I didn't know that Eric Trump had such a strong voice and his ability to communicate exactly what was going on. But I mean, he summarized it in a nutshell. And not only that, they poisoned the entire United States of America, well, half of the United States of America, against Trump, and tried to make it seem like he was racist, fascist, the whole night. They still doing it right now. They're still doing it right now. And it's amazing that the people are such sheep that they can't see through it. And Chris Cuomo, he's seen what happened to his brother. He's seen what happened to him. He's seen what happened when you go against the establishment. And they're not even hiding it anymore. They do it so matter of fact. They're not trying to negotiate. They're not going back and forth. They are very matter of fact with what it is that they will do to you if you go against the establishment. They tried to silence Trump. They tried to leverage Letitia James in New York in order to try to remove this guy. And they took some of the most racist, evil black women you can think, from Letitia James to Fani Willis over there in Fulton County, when they tried to leverage her. And the only reason that it blew up is because, in my opinion, I think that God didn't want that to happen. God didn't want for this country to become so corrupt with these trash Democrats that wanted to ruin America. And Trump is the only person that was running for president that could fix the whole situation. And they tried to make it seem like he was evil when we all know who the evil ones are. Well, at least half of us know who the evil ones are. The other half of us are trying to deny what's going on. But Eric Trump absolutely obliterated Chris Cuomo. And I actually watched this whole interview. And so you're only seeing an excerpt of it, which I think is probably one of the most important parts of the interview so that he can emphasize a point. But the fact of the matter is, it's a reason why the Biden administration went back all the way to 2014 to do a pre-pardon, and we've never seen that before in our lifetime, for Hunter Biden. It's a reason why, Kamala Harris, in my opinion, didn't want to run for California governor. It's a reason why they all tried to cover up the fact that the Biden administration, and him specifically, was practically incompetent. He looked like he got dementia, and now they're trying to hide him away from everybody. and try not to make him more visible. It's a reason why all of that happens. But everybody want to bury their head in the sand and try to act like there's something wrong with Trump. No, it was money laundering. They went after him. They tried to remove his name off the buildings, and all because he ran for president of the United States of America.
And the answer is no. I mean, if Comey lied and Republicans want to prosecute him, okay, then you know how many people they went after for perjury? You know, in my father's last cabinet, they went after everybody. Even if they didn't perjure themselves, they went after them for perjury.
Eric, I get the grievance, okay? I'm not saying that. Now, did you do those things? No, that's what was done to you. It doesn't mean that other things weren't done in retaliation or now to balance it out. I mean, today, what was happening with Jack Smith, I don't need that conversation. I don't need to go back. I need to get the Epstein files. I need to get the information. And I don't blame your father for this, by the way. Your father is not the problem on this one. It's the people around him. Who said things before and now say different things, and they're not doing what they promised to do. That's that issue for me. Why I'm asking you this, Eric, and I get why you're pissed off. It would be weird if you weren't. It's that when does anybody try to be better instead of just proving that the other side is worse every time they get into power? That's what I think drives the division. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, Chris, I think that's a great argument, unless you go back to 2017, of course. I mean, my father could have thrown Hillary Clinton in jail. She deleted 33,000 emails, went under, congressional, subpoena, and she laughed about it. Oh, ha ha ha! We're using bleach bit. I mean, my father thought it would be totally inappropriate to do that to the first lady, a former first lady of the United States, somebody that was Secretary of State. He wasn't given 12 minutes. Again, I go back to the Washington Post argument. This is when the impeachment of Donald Trump begins. 12 minutes after his hand came off the Bible on January 20th of 2017, and that's when the game started. Again, the whole Russia collusion narrative was made up, and I had to live with it for 3 years. I spent $400 million defending our company against something that was made up and paid for by Hillary Clinton, yet my father let all of it go. He didn't go after her. He didn't try. And you know what? They didn't go after him until he decided he wanted to run again, in which case they tried to imprison him, in which case they dragged him through every court in the country, whether it's Fulton County, whether it's New York City. You know the cases very well. Whether it's the Southern District of Florida, whether it's Washington, D.C., whether it was Robert Mueller, whether it was Jack Smith. I mean, Jack Smith claimed that he raided Mar-a-Lago because of NARA, National Archives. Does anybody actually believe you have 30 agents that raided Mar-a-Lago because of the National Archives, a glorified library?
And he's 100% correct. We all know exactly what this was, and they wanted to keep the gravy train growing, and they didn't want Trump to become president of the United States of America, and they decided to squash that completely by being 100% all in on destroying him, and it wasn't anything except for the people and the grace of God, and that we seen through it. It's some of us that's woken up and seen through it, and we no longer want to have the scales over our eyes. We no longer want to be a part of the Democrat plantation. We no longer want to be a part of the old Republican Party that was just playing go along and get along. But we actually want the values of America, which is one of the reasons why he named it Make America Great Again. And then they tried to turn that into a gang or cult, when in reality it was just people that was in support of America and wanted the best for the next generation that come after us, our children. So, yep, Eric Trump is absolutely right. And just because people play the background don't mean that they're not smart. We almost forget that this isn't a Hunter Biden. This is a completely different group of people and children that obviously know what they're doing. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Let me know what y'all think.